The Christmas tree's up, and so that's a perfect indicator, well, that and this old fan's out here, that it's time to make chili. And not just any chili, it's going to be my city famous Cactus Chili, New Mexico Cactus Chili, with some slight modifications. So let's get started. First thing I need is a fan. It sounds kind of silly, but one of the best ways to cut onions, and I'm going to cut up a lot of onions, is to take an old fan or new fan, and wherever you're going to cut, have that fan blow across the onions, and believe it or not, it stops all the crying. At least it does for me. Other people do refrigerate them, freeze them, all kinds of stuff. I just go out in the garage and grab the old fan. It works great. Hope you don't catch me cutting this stuff. Done that before. Got two giant ribbons, two giant yellow onions. That should be about enough. We're making about 3 or 4 gallons of chili. Get enough for everybody. Well, enough for everybody that we're going to deliver to. This is usually a Christmas gift for people we visit at church and elsewhere, and just friends, maybe a few neighbors. Oops. Look at that. I used to cut myself at least once during the process. I have to be careful. Michelle's not here. She's out shopping. Last minute shopping for the kids mostly. Probably for me. I don't have to worry about that for a couple of days. It's not even Christmas Eve yet. A little bit of olive oil. A lot of onions. I'm going to heat these up until they're a little bit clear. Here's the old batch. That's about how much we're going to make. Time for the cactus. This year I had to go jarred because they didn't have any fresh in the market or bagged. Kind of nasty. Kind of looks like green beans in the chili. I'm going to take this and rinse it just a little bit. Okay, a little bit of minced garlic. If you have fresh garlic, that'd be great, but I've never used it. Use about whatever this is. Back to fire. Kind of do this like I did the onions a little while ago. Look at that. Came with a pepper. Now I have some chicken tenders, chicken strips, but they're frozen. What's nice about frozen ones is they're real easy to cut, as you can see. Cut them in nice small pieces, not too small. I want people to be able to find their chicken. String in it. Supposed to put in 2 pounds of chicken. This is a 2.5 pound bag, so we're getting a little bonus this year. I think I'm also making a little extra chili, so I'll throw some more cans of beans in there. It could go a little further, just a little bit more of everything. And if it's not hot enough, there's always a little more Tabasco. Okay, next we're going to brown the chicken. Well, brown it or white it. Some of it will be brown just a little bit. Most of it will be at least white instead of pink. Still kind of frozen, just fine. But this stuff's going to cook for hours once we put it all together. Alright, pretty brown. I'm getting a little bit of liquid on there. Okay, I have 2 pounds of turkey breakfast sausage. I'm going to fry that up like I did chicken. Same deal, just cut it in half, squeeze it out. I kind of like leaving it in little cubes or little shapes instead of completely ground. Anyway, after I finish the sausage, I'm going to do the same thing with ground turkey. Sort of like using hamburger. In the original recipe it was hamburger, stew meat, and hot sausage if you can find it. So I'm using turkey burger, turkey sausage, chicken strips. Original recipe is 2 pounds of each. Today I'm doing 2.5 pounds of the chicken, 2 pounds of sausage, and then 3 pounds of the turkey burger. Just as a note, with the all this chicken and turkey and stuff, there's hardly any fat. But if you were using beef and pork and all that kind of stuff, you'd have a lot of drippings and fat. You notice some liquid on here, but that's just water, and eventually towards the end it just soaks it right back up again. But if you're using the real stuff, real meat, real sausage, you need to suck off that fat and put it in the container. You don't want to use that. Otherwise, when you get done with your chili, it's going to have that layer of fat on top. So it's best to drain the fat off the meat while you're cooking it before you put it in that big pot. Okay, that's the end of the turkey sausage and hamburger meat. Put it all in here. Officially it says to salt the taste on it, but we hardly ever salt anything. I might throw in a little bit towards the end. Pour it all in there. What you're supposed to do on this is let it simmer for about 10 to 20 minutes. You have to watch it real careful. There's hardly any liquid in there, so stir it occasionally and just kind of let it cook together. While that's over there cooking, we're going to mix up some of the seasonings. You don't add that until towards the end. But you need 1 ounce or 1/3 cup of New Mexico chili powder, 2 tablespoons of ground cumin, tablespoons, 1 tablespoon of red pepper, preferably New Mexico if you get it, 2 teaspoons of paprika, and 2 teaspoons of coriander, ground coriander. And it's really hard to find this already ground, so I always take an old pepper grinder and grind it up myself. Then I put it all in a bowl like this. Okay, mix up that up, set aside. Okay, that cooked for about 10 minutes, 15, 20 if you can do it, but you have to really watch it because it might burn. Now it's time to add all the wet ingredients. This is one of the secret ingredients. It's a little V8. If you can get the hot and spicy, it's even better. If not, that's okay. Cans of tomato sauce, two big cans of crushed tomatoes, supposed to have a can of stewed tomatoes, but I couldn't find any, so I had some ready cut just small cut tomatoes. Now you're supposed to have small cut tomatoes, so I just had a total of 3. We just need 2 and stewed if you got them. Nothing's really precise. Supposed to have 2 cans of broth, beef if you're using regular chili, but this is Flyin chili, so it's chicken broth. And of course all that seasoning that you just made up. Pour that in. Nice big spoon, ladle, or whatever you got. Start stirring it up. And just let it cook. We're going to let it cook for a couple of hours. And we'll check on it now and then. Okay, it's been cooking for about an hour. Time to put beans in. I was throwing some chili beans. I have no idea why, but what the heck. Some people don't like beans in their chili. I gotta serve it to about 20 people. Some kidney beans, 2 cans. 2 cans of pintos. 2 cans of blacks. I have 2 cans of white kidney beans, or you can use Great Northerns or black-eyed peas, whatever you want. I like to make mine so it looks like confetti, all different colors. And these are the only white ones I could find. And 1 can of sliced jalapenos. I just leave them the way they are. Let the carrots go in there, that's fine. Stir it up. You're going to let it cook another hour or so. And if it's not enough, right now it's about up to here. You can add more beans, more anything. Just keep throwing it in. About another hour to do it, and then we'll probably start bottling it up. If it looks like it's a little short, I'll add some more beans or whatever, just like I said. Oh, on the bottom I have a little flame spreader. Little round thing with, it's double layered with holes on each side that alternate, and so that spreads the heat out so I don't burn the bottom too bad anyway. And you just got to keep an eye on it.